Welcome back to a new and amazing series which dives deeply into territory wars. These videos can also be used for the arena, but the counters I will be using are designed specifically for territory wars. So what that means is you're not going to see a Rex leadership followed by Wumpa, CLS and Raid Hand, because we all know they can create perfect separate teams. But I will be showing you direct counters and what works versus the enemy lineup. So starting off in this video, I'm going to give you a strategy guide to defeating Darth Traya leadership with Nest present. So the lineup that we're going to be using today is a Grand Admiral Thrawn as the leader. His leadership ability does not need them 20 Zeta mats, as what it does is provide Empire allies with a 2% protection regain every time they gain or lose a buff. While this is a nice addition for the extra survivability, not having this Zeta is not going to stop this team from functioning. Even without those 20 Zeta mats, his leadership ability will be providing 20% turn meter each time an Empire ally suffers or resists a detrimental effect. So the next character in this lineup would be Colonel Stark. The main ability to upgrade is his special ability Blizzard 4 Barrage. Upgrading this special ability with 5 Omegas will allow the character to apply the detrimental effect Stagger. Once Stagger is applied to an enemy, and once that enemy receives an attack, their turn meter will be wiped to 0. So this may be a good time to remod your Starks a little bit and put some potency cross on them to make sure you're applying that Stagger. The next character would be General Veers. Why? Because we are planning on running 4 Imperial Troopers. I'm giving you a team that can work under extreme pressure. Zeta in this character is totally down to your choice. Again, it's not a requirement to make the magic happen, but it will however provide upon defeats of an enemy character turn meter gain and protection regain to all your Imperial Trooper allies. The next character is unreplaceable, and that is Death Trooper. Again, no Zetas are required. The aim with this character is to use his special ability Death Trooper Grenade to increase the enemy cooldowns. He can also apply Death Mark, which is going to clear most characters out of the arena with just a couple of hits. So drum roll, the star of the show is Magma Trooper. You cannot replicate or replace this team without Magna Trooper. He is one of the most essential components. You want to Omega everything on this character. So first off, you're going to need to have tenacity, a lot of tenacity, say 60 to 70% of tenacity from his mods to be on the safe side. To do this, you want to be putting on 4 times tenacity mods on him, followed by a potency cross. Of course, how you mod him is completely down to yourself, but I would always advise 60 to 70% tenacity and that potency cross. This character can actually work at Gear 8, Gear 9 versus Palpatine leads, but at a low gear, if things do go wrong, which can happen, you're not going to have the health to survive. Because this character is the star of the show, I would always recommend gearing this character to the fullest of your capabilities. Pay close attention to Magma's unique hazard training, which gives this character a 30% tenacity, so a 60 to 70% tenacity from mods is going to provide this character very close to 100% tenacity. Of course, a stat like tenacity is very unreliable in this game and suffers from elements of RNG. Well, today you're in luck. If you stay around long enough, I will also be showing how to deal with that, and I will be throwing in a Brucey bonus team for all you knowledge hungry viewers. So back to his unique, when Magna Trooper suffers or resists a detrimental effect, he gains 70% turn meter. This however will only be for the first time, so he is not going to be gaining over 100% turn meter from Vader's damage over a time effect. However, partnered with the Grand Admiral Thrawn leadership, this is going to provide Magna Trooper with 70% turn meter. This in turn will allow you to spam his special ability Thermal Imploder to remove turn meter from all enemies and spam consistent use of his basic attack, which can damage 2 enemies at a time. So now that you have digested all this information, let's have a look on the strategy and the key factors. Ooh, the good part, the strategy. There are a few key factors here. The most important factor is the enemy needs to have their Darth Scion Zetaed. Without this Zeta unique versus this team, this tactic will not work. The 20 Zetas on Darth Scion's unique Lord of Pain will inflict pain at the end of each Magna's turn every time this character damages Scion. Inflicting pain on Magna Trooper at the end of his turn will provide him with 90% turn meter. The next key factor here is avoid applying unnecessary detrimental effects on Traya and Scion, as this will just provide Nihilus with turn meter. For the purposes of this video, I have placed the enemy nest at 303 speed to replicate a live environment in both arena and territory wars. This is where the tenacity comes in on the Magna Trooper. It's not 100% guaranteed that he will resist the daze, but if he does, he will be the next character to go next. If Nest is able to apply daze to your Magna Trooper, it is not the end of this tactic, and it's more about regaining the structure in this strategy. Nest will always open using her AoE ability Kinetic Charge and attempt to apply daze to all of your characters. On a normal day, Magna Trooper will resist this and gain 90% turn meter, allowing him to go next and use his special ability, Thermal Imploder. This special ability will attempt to remove 30% turn meter from all enemies and have a 70% chance to remove an additional 30% turn meter. With this attack hitting the enemy Scion, this is going to inflict pain on your Magna Trooper, provide him with 90% turn meter, and is going to allow you to keep spamming turns. Within a few seconds, you're going to be able to reuse the special ability again to remove more turn meter. With Magna Trooper, you must be going after Scion first to make sure you're getting the constant doses of pain, which will then give him turn meter. However, Magna Trooper's basic randomly hits an additional enemy, which if this attack hits Nest, it will trigger Nest to counter attack. This is bad news for lower geared Magnas, but this is where Thrawn comes in. At the first opportunity, you need to fracture Nest to stop her counter attacking. Stark will able to apply Stagger, which will guarantee turn meter removal upon an attack. Death Trooper will be able to increase the cooldowns of the enemy, so if things don't go right one turn, you're quite safe from the enemy using their special abilities. Once Scion is defeated, you will have probably chopped away a lot of protection from another enemy character. Don't be fooled here. Upon Scion's death, Magna Trooper's turn meter gain will slow right down. This is where you need to make it count and use Death Trooper's Death Mark to shut down Traya for good. Once Traya is out the way, you can use all your special abilities to get rid of the enemy, like the Veer's AoE to ability block the remaining Sith, then take them out of the battle. All that should be left is dealing with Nest. For this, you want to fracture this character. If this character is not already fractured, then use Death Trooper's basic to apply daze. Once this character is out of fracture, daze will stop this character from counter-attacking your team. Do not use any turn meter removal abilities once daze has applied, hit stun, ability block until this character is defeated. So that's the tactic of one scenario. All the tactics share a similar outcome, but it's what you do that will define the outcome. I'm now going to show you a popular Territory Wars Traya composition. If you'd like to see more of these videos, then let me know in the comments below to which team you'd like to see next. So sit back and enjoy the rest of the video.